For a number of years now, I've been the host of Chefs for UNICEF, which is a fundraiser here in Halifax that raises money for the work that UNICEF does, helping children all over the world. Every year, they have someone who comes in and speaks to us to help connect us to the work that UNICEF does. This year, something rather special happened. They brought in a gentleman named John Sibumana, and he started to tell the story of when he was a child and had to escape the horrors of Rwanda and ended up in a refugee camp for 11 years in Uganda. He talked about having to go to school during the day and then come home at night and teach his brother. Since then, he's become an ambassador for UNICEF, and he works with UNICEF here in Canada. But the point of the story is that during his story of pain and victory, his story suddenly entered me and became part of my story. So his story became my story, became our story. And I was changed by what he said. And that is the power of story. It brings us into relationship. It allows us to connect with others' human experience and have their experience become part of our experience. Scientists are talking about the fact that there's mirror neurons that happen in the brain and that we're connected best by story. We learn best through story. Of course, we've known that because since the dawn of time, we've been gathering, telling stories. You look at those cave paintings where there's a picture of a bear and you know there's a story there. The bear came in and I saw the bear and I ran around. And as that story was told, those people became part of that story. It is a way that we as human beings connect on an empathic level, heart to heart, mind to mind, imagination to imagination. I do this workshop called Relationships Matter, the Power of the Story. And every time I do it, one of the things that starts to happen is I see people awaken to the other. They learn to listen, and they learn the purpose of storytelling and how it can connect us in ways that absolutely nothing else can. And you know what? In the world that we're living in right now, we need more connection. John's story became my story, became our story. What's your story?